Hello all and welcome to my second playthrough, Sonic 2 for the Genesis. This is of course the sequel to Sonic 1 and featured a lot of new additions like the Spin Dash, which is of course very helpful for a lot of the speed, and it included Tails, and the 7th Chaos Emerald, which lets Sonic gain supersonic abilities. Now for this playthrough I will sadly not get those. I'll do a few of the special stages though. I'm not really fond of the special stages. But if I ever find one, there's a ring going over it, so I can get a Chaos Emerald. I surely will. So I'm not going to be letting out any people who think I just suck at the special stages. I just don't really like doing them. But I have 50 rings right now. If I ever get to a checkpoint, I can easily play it for you. I'm trying to see if I can find one actually. Although I think I'm at the end of the level, so this is kind of pointless. Sonic 2 is also my favorite of these Sonic games for the Genesis. Now, I really cannot tell you why exactly, although I know I could get a little bit of crap for that, because I'm going to be like, this is not the best game ever, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the best game ever, like, oh my god. Now, Sonic 3, I can guarantee you, like, I can still say that Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the best. I mean, Sonic 3, it was a pretty good game, Sonic Knuckles was a pretty good game, not as good as Sonic 3, but when you put them together, the game's just fantastic. It's pretty much double as long as any of the either of the first two, and that is probably the best out of the three. But I just like this one more because I just think the gameplay, the music, everything I just like a little bit better, and also the history is pretty interesting. It's not really much of a history. It's just that this was the only one out of the three that they actually found the Sonic 2 beta ROM and put it online. I might even play through that just for the hell of it later on, but it didn't. Oh, I still got the ring, so let me go through. It's just interesting to see like the beginning stages, like Wood Zone and Genocide Zone, and the zones that didn't make it into the final game, that were later put into that one of the biggest, hacks I've seen for Sonic 2, Sonic Long Edition, which featured all the levels that were taken out with the full design by the creator. So it's just really interesting. It's just like someone just Google Sonic 2 Long Edition. There's a normal Sonic 2 edition, and then there's a Knuckles and Sonic 2 edition for any of you people out there. But I think I'm pretty much done talking about the history. This is the special stage where you're going down this ramp. Tails, I would guarantee in like some of the later ones. I mean, I've gotten all the Chaos Emeralds before. Now, in some of the later and harder ones, I don't even know why I'm playing as Tails. I never play with Tails. He really just gets in my way most of the time. But in the later stages, you can see on the top right that Tails has his own separate ring count. You really do not want him to get a lot of rings later on. Like, he follows you and he can get some of the rings you miss, which is good. But if it's one of the later ones, there's a lot of spikes in the way that's gonna hit you. And if you get hit, you're gonna lose some of your rings. And if Tails has a lot of rings, he'll lose a lot of rings. And then you'll lose your chances to get the Chaos Emerald. And it's always into like 3 phases of collect a certain amount of rings and stuff like that. By the 5th time doing it, it gets kind of stale. I like it better when they did it in Sonic Rush, because they sort of took the same idea, but just faster. You had, wow. Okay, it was sort of faster and had the trick mechanic. It was just a nice little feature. But I'm thinking that is the end of the history about this game. Now it's just time for me to kick back and play some Sonic 2. If I can think of anything else to say, I will. And hopefully I don't get a game over on one boss like I did in Sonic 1. That was not fun for me. It was fun for a lot of people. And we got the first boss. One is a little bit smarter if he would turn around faster than hitting the other side of the screen. Because I don't think me being behind him is going to be that effective for him. I don't know, that's just me. Although, hitting him the 7th of 8 times, he pulls a smartass and shoots out the needle. That's got me plenty of occasions on my first time playing through the game. And saving more animals. You got flickies and squirrels. Birds and squirrels. Okay. Oh yeah, also only 2 acts. So although there's only 2 acts in a zone as opposed to 3 in Sonic 1, it pretty much takes as long to beat the entire game. So I can guarantee this whole thing will take about an hour. Right now, this is one of my favorite levels in the game, and this is one that a lot of people hate and a lot of people say is hard. It's not really hard at all. Going underwater is not as much of a pain here as it was in Labyrinth Zone. I mean, this could probably be the Labyrinth Zone. Not really. It's just really easy. I mean, there's only a few parts where you get stuck in the water, and it's not that hard to maneuver out of it. Because a lot of times you get tricked into water. There's always a platform or something leading you up. And we got weird stuff. Look, I've already beaten the level. Holy crap, that was short. Nice, I got my life back. With it continue. Nice. It's awesome. I also like how there's a whole city going in the background. I don't know how big a city would be if there was a chemical plant right next to them. It's like Manhattan, but there's a huge chemical plant behind the whole city. I don't think that'd be the safest place to live. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Being in Manhattan plenty of times before, I don't think a chemical plant is what's needed. It's dirty enough as it is. Not a bad way, that's what they're notorious for. How did they not get sick? That would drive me crazy. Boing? Ah, I missed the ring box. It's cool. Why are you spin dashing? Tails, they tried making him seem like he follows you a lot more by taking all the commands you tap in and actually use them as input a second or two after you use them. And that doesn't really work well. Not really at all. He screws up in a lot of bosses. A lot of the bosses that are easy and you can just stay on top of them, bumping up and down, up and down. It just gets sort of annoying because if Eggman gets hit, he's invincible for a while, and that means you can't hit him. If Tails hits him first, you will fall right through and die. That's in the Aquatic Ruin zone is the most problem I have with him. But yeah, now, this is where a lot of people have problem with the water. I was about to insult people having no patience and jumping in too early, but I think that just bit me in the ass. This isn't hard to get back up though. Sure, you'll get the countdown, but it's almost impossible to actually die in this. A lot of slowdown. Holy crap. Thank you. That will never screw you up unless you're really slow. Yeah. No, come on. It's gonna disappear. Yeah. There we go. See, I'm not letting you guys down. I'm going after the Chaos Emeralds. Later on, I'm probably gonna fail horribly. Remember how I said I didn't do many of the Sonic special stages in forever? I've done this in longer than forever. Oh god, it's been God knows how long since I've done this. Everything like in the past 5 years maybe. Every single time I play Sonic 2, I have not once gone for the Chaos Emeralds because it's not fun to me that much. So this will be kind of a new experience for me, but I still think Sonic 1's were the best out of all the three. Oh darn it! See, that's my problem. Although I kind of let him get hit right there. That was kind of funny. I like seeing Tails get bombed. Hey, he has no rings, yet rings are like popping out of him. He's hiding money from me. That ain't cool. You know what we do to people who hide money from us? Stab him in the gut. That's what he deserves. I have never I don't know why I forgot to change the options to let Tails not be playable in here. But in any of the games that gives you the option to have Tails follow you, I don't. Let's say Sonic Advance, you have that extra little cheat code you can add in. Oh, that wasn't good. The extra little cheat code which will allow you to have Tails follow you. Done that once, it's not fun anymore. I could rant about Tails for 10 minutes. Whoa! Graphical glitch. That's nice. Wow, that's never happened before. Whoop! Boss time! If Tails screws me up, I'll kill him. See, that always happens, but they put a platform here, so it's all good. Now don't run too fast like an idiot. Be sure to jump. Otherwise you'll fall. Good, Tails is dead. Perfect. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, bum, bam, 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 bam. Dead. Couldn't even get halfway through the cool part of the song. We got more birds, and now we have rabbits. Those look like hawks. Don't hawks eat rabbits? Isn't that how the food chain works? I'm not familiar, but Eggman seems to put in two animals that one will eat the other one. Like I said, he's not smart. He's really a retard. I can probably find there's probably at least two. Grounder. There's probably 2 more designs in this game, boss designs, that show off his stupidity. You gotta think. I don't know. I'll tell you when I get to them. This is also the first appearance we have of Grounder. Why is this a notable appearance? Because he was one of the main badniks in, he was a main badnik in The Adventures of Sonic for the, the cartoon.